What was your biggest challenge in bringing this love story to life?
I think the balance between the politics and the love story and ensuring that both were important, keeping the love story driving the piece, but ensuring that there was politics as a backdrop. The story really in real life unfolded over about 7 years, and we had to squeeze it down for the sake of time and for the sake of an audience, watching the film, to about 2.5 years. So that sometimes meant that certain things that happened, we couldn't unfold in exactly every beat, but we would create the essence of that event or that moment or the impact that it had on our characters.
What was it like filming in Botswana?
It was very important to film in Botswana. It was a great pleasure and a privilege at the same time. But it's important to be able to feel and take in the traditions, be able to get a real sense of the people, and really have some of that DNA running through your film.
What was the contrast like filming in Botswana compared to London?
Mainly weather. I have to say, I think our last day was well over 50 degrees in Botswana, and our first day in London was -3. And I know very much that I can shoot in the cold. I know how to think and be creative and artistic in the cold, but I was really unsure as to how my brain would work in that kind of heat.
Yeah.
And making sure that I keep myself hydrated, all of those things. So it was a huge contrast, for me in terms of a practical sense, but also beautiful contrast in terms of visual aspects and what I could bring as a filmmaker to what you see on screen visually, between, what I hope is a lovely London, a lovely 1947 period London, and a beautiful, unique landscape of Botswana.
So what was your personal highlight of making the whole film?
I think being able to really stretch myself as a filmmaker and really be able to create something that's big and epic, but also being able to express both sides of myself, which was an ongoing thing, both aspects of who I am as a person, both British and African at the same time. But I definitely felt that it was my due right to be able to tell the story, because of being born of parents who were African, raised in a colony that became independent, understanding something of what it was like to live under the British Empire through my father, through my mother, what independence means to a country and an individual, but then also that very British side of me. I could really obviously identify with Rosamund's character, really identify with the home life, even though her father's white, and just the world that I was able to put on screen of London it's my London.